Hello, good morning. Since all of us who are going to face SSB, we often don't know what exactly we are getting into. Since there are many books where techniques are being discussed, so candidates feel that TAT is story writing, and again writing stories will improve their chances of getting selected. Gentlemen and ladies, all of those who are aspiring to join armed forces by clearing SSB should be very clear that there are only 15 qualities that are being tested by 3 different assessors, that is psychologist, GTO, the interviewing officer. For the purpose of your understanding, I will put it like this. A person is being cut into 4 pieces. Factor 1, that is head quality, factor 2, that is heart quality, and below that factor 3 and factor 4. Today I will discuss the 4 qualities that occur in factor 1, and they are effective intelligence, planning, organizing, reasoning, and power of expression. Let's see what we mean and understand by effective intelligence. All of us are familiar with the word intelligence, and it is being manifested through your academic achievements. Those who are intelligent, they score more marks. Generally that happens. They understand better, they score better, they perform better. But here the quality I am talking of is effective intelligence. And one need to understand, because what is being assessed is your effective intelligence. Why do we go to school? Why do we learn various subjects? The ultimate aim of all education, all learning, is to being able to make a person able to solve the problems that he faces in day-to-day life. Like a very small child whose course may be in maths only up to a table of 10, but if the child is very intelligent, at that stage he or she is being able to learn table up to 20. Definitely she is very intelligent. Question is, can this intelligence help her in the solving the problem? And what are the problems that helps? Mathematics helps us at solving. Like, will this child who knows table of 20 20s of 400, given opportunity, can purchase 2 kilos of potato at the rate of 15 rupees per kilo, and know that he or she has to pay 30 rupees? Because essentially all knowledge and learning are aimed to help us solving our day-to-day problem. So effective intelligence is that a candidate who is being assessed, that he knows many rules, regulations, definitions of physics, chemistry and other subjects, but when faced with problems, can he or she put to use these physical theories to solve the problems at hand? Like everybody who goes through the syllabi in physics of 12th class, learn about lever, cantilever, fulcrum. But while performing in PGT, HGT, command task, is he or she being able to put those theories into practice? And if he or she can, this is effective intelligence. The next is reasoning ability. By that, it is meant that all of us, whether we know or not, try to solve problems, often by doing one thing or the other, and sometimes the solutions do come. It is unlikely that if we do not have proper reason, if we do not think before solving that why and how to go about solving this problem, unlikely that we will be able to repeat that solution. So one must know the reason as to why and how to solve the problem. Next is planning. Again, haphazard efforts also might sometime help in arriving at right solutions, but again, it is unlikely that the candidate will be able to achieve success in his next effort. So if there is proper planning of resources, planning of problems, planning of manpower done at the right time, there would be more effectiveness in getting a right or desired result most often. And finally, in factor 1, the quality that we discuss or the quality that is being assessed is effectiveness of your communication, and it is power of expression. Often we mistake it for as your ability to speak good English. It's not speaking good English or good Hindi or any language for that matter. Power of expression means when you communicate, you essentially have a message, an idea. And when the language is just the medium through which your message reaches the other person, when you do that, no matter how good is your language, how right it is grammatically, what big words you use in your sentences, the effectiveness of your communication lies in the fact the communication which was directed to a particular group, have they or not, have they not been able to get it the same way that it was intended. So power of expression means that when the speaker has a message to give, the listener should always understand it in the same frequency. Unless that happens, it is irrelevant how good English or any other language that was used, how good the sentences were framed. We must keep this in mind while communicating, be it in psychology, be it in GTO, be it with interview, because these are the 4 qualities that are being assessed in the factor 1. I will come again and give you the second part, that is factor 2. The prelude to that I will give you today. The word army is plural. And no matter how capable you are, how intelligent you are, how mighty you are, you do not make an army. Army is a body of men. Therefore, the factor 2 essentially deals with the interpersonal qualities. Thank you. Good day.